Hello, good morning everyone. I am Ujwala Emma and welcome to the Department of Construction Management. And today I'm actually going to help you with a very basic tutorial or a workshop, you could say, for 3D printing. For our department, we have a very powerful resolution printer right here. It's called the Makerbot Replicator Plus. It's a very high-ended resolution printer, and some of the main elements that it requires are right here. So this is called a filament. These are colored. It does look like a wire, but it's actually a plastic. It's called PLA, polylactic acid. It's a derivative of corn, and what happens is these are fed to these kind of soldering guns or hot glue guns, you can say. This is a nozzle. This gets heated up, and this filament is actually fed into this, and it gets heated. It melts this plastic, and this actually is the material for your 3D printed object. Okay, and I would like you to come closer here and see that this is what I was talking about. This is an extruder right here. This nozzle you can see, and you can see the filament also coming out of here. It actually gets heated up and comes out, and the filament can be loaded and unloaded. It's here, right here. You could pull and push this structure right here and load and unload the filament, and the filament goes from here, this kind of through a tube kind of a thing, into the extruder. It melts. This is the camera. It helps you record. This is called the build plate. This is the base where your model is actually kept. Whenever the printing starts, this build plate rises up to a certain height and starts printing. So now whenever you are done with your installation on the printer, your screen kind of looks like this. So this is a print option. There are in total of 6 options. This actually is just to test print some of the already installed files in the printer. This one is filament, which helps you load and unload the filament. It's just for the safety purposes. Preheat, it is kind of a conventional oven thing, you can say. It preheats your extruder to the temperature you want. These are some of the settings that you could do: the language, camera, diagnosis, logs, some of the things, factory reset as well. This one's for the extruder, and this one's the information for your Makerbot right here. Perfect. Let's moving on to the software part of it. Makerbot printing is really easy to do, and it just requires one software that you should be acquainted to. That's the Makerbot Print right here. It's a very readily available software onto your app store, which can be printed onto your smartphones as well as your desktop computers. And it's really user-friendly. It helps you guide through all the steps, from first step to installation of your printers to making connection from this printer to your desktops. It's really easy. And let's take a look. How does this application looks like? How does the user interface looks like? So this is the first look that you get of the application, and you can see few options. Okay, let me just tell you some of the wirings. There are only 2 wires that you're required to connect. One is the power cord for the printer, and one is a USB cable that needs to be attached from your printer to your desktop. That is it for the connection. And then you can see here, this is for selecting the printers. This is for selecting the printers right here. As you click onto this, you'll get a list of the printers into your network just by selecting your printer. Perfect. So this is kind of an indication that your printer is actually connected to your desktop. It sometimes kind of doesn't connect. If it doesn't connect, you could try shutting down your laptop or your printer, trying to make again. Sometimes it does, you have to troubleshoot it. So one way to confirm this is, you can see this camera right here. So this makes you understand that the printer, the setup has been established between the computer and the printer. Now it's really easy. So there are many CAD, for the printing purposes, there are many softwares that you could use for actually designing whatever you want to print into many of the CAD softwares. Many of the things that I used and are really easy to use are Fusion 360, I would say Tinkercad. You can go to AutoCAD. One of the few, I would say, easily exportable files to this printer .stl file, .obj file, and there are many other extensions as well that you can readily print from this printer. Or if you do not have any extension that is available to this printer, like Revit, you can actually there's a plugin that you can help yourself with and take your print out from here. Perfect. So, and if you're a beginner, just like I was a few months back, there's a very useful site for beginners, like thingiverse.com. You can actually, there are ready-made models of .stl file in here. You could just go on to that thing, come up to this thing file, scroll down, and just hit click and download it onto your computer, and just export it to the software, and then you're ready. So I've already downloaded this for the printing purpose. So I'll go here. This is my project panel. I'll go here, add models, and I want to print out this Opera Sydney.stl. I selected this. I went on to open this. There we go. Can you see this? Right here, this is your model. You can zoom in and out to see how your model looks like on the build plate. And so as I was talking about, so you can just put in a file that you want, and you could also see the estimated time that it will require to print out. This is some small building that I found out on Thingiverse. And similarly, you could also see the processing of the printer. Here. So it started printing, so you can see the overall time it needs. As you can see, the model is 76% complete, and if we take a look at the extruder printing the object, it's almost ready. So this is how our project looks like. It says finished here on top, so we're done with the job. Final step is removing this and removing the support.